Hello guys and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 11, Division 1, Round 10, the final race of Season 11. VTR has already won the championship, it's decided. Reps, I believe, will finish second, and Rolled will finish third, so our top three is already set. So there's not a lot to be won for. But fourth place is quite close between Howling, Hulikar, Emir, Schmoyes, Craig. So, could be very interesting that. So we've got quite a few returnees. So we've got Nelson, who is now on the factory Ducati. We have Craig, who disappeared after a few rounds in. We have got Aaron Jacko from our Division 2 champion. If you saw the race earlier, he'll be definitely wanting to do what he's done all season, let's say, excuse me. And then we have the grand returns of Jack Berman, who also started the season, but he left after a couple of rounds. And finally, the man who's not been with us for 11 months or so, since Red Bull Ring Season 9, Round 2, Division 1, Finley, returns onto the Pramac Ducati, and he is back with us, and hopefully will be back with us as well for Season 12. Still, I don't know all the details, but given how different this game is, especially on the power compared to GP 22 and 21, I wouldn't be surprised if Finley is at the back, but you never know. I don't know how much he's practiced, but hopefully he can put a good job on his return. And the man who will start this session off will be Aaron. He's running back with the number 7 in the yellow helmet, which served him great. The number 1, probably, it worked in Mugello, let's say. India is not the greatest. As Aaron, his first proper go on a Monster Energy Yamaha M1 starts the lap. Hard braking into turn 1, inline 4 to V4 to inline 4. The aerodynamic differences, just thinks, everything's different compared from the Yamaha to the Ducati. Completely different bike. Well, let's see how he does. So down the straight, this is where he'll definitely notice a difference. He cannot have the same acceleration. Really, maybe have the initial acceleration from the torque, but when you get to the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th gears, losing time. As Nelson's gone down. Turn 3, easy corner to crash out. When you change direction, if you hit the brake just at the wrong point, down you go. So Aaron nicely hitting the apex. So the pole position time from earlier was a 1:40.8. I'm assuming that a 1:39 can be done by these guys. Maybe not the first lap, because I know sometimes you can, especially with the track limit situation and this chicane here, it can be just a smart strategy just to be tentative on the first lap. Make sure you get that banker lap in there. That has been quite crucial at some stages. But here comes Aaron over the crest. A little bit of a wheelie, as it always is. Chuck it into the fast left-hander. Not using the curb. And Hulikar's gone down. Hulikar's had quite the downward spiral since, I can't think, it's like since Silverstone or Motegi. Just really good form, and it's just all gone pear-shaped. Really has. Really poor Mugello, really poor previous round, really poor Chang. It's just not gone well. Schmoyes is in the pits, Rep's not on a lap, Howling invalidated, but here comes Aaron up to the line. It's a 1:41.2. That's a pretty similar time to what he did on the Ducati. VTR goes 1:40.7, so a good lap. Rolled 1,000th quicker than the current Division 2 champion, the outgoing champion, going faster than the current champion. Only just though. Here comes Craig up to the line, and here goes Paul. I think he did a really good job here last season. Here comes Finley. This would be you'd have to be learning India actually thinking about it, because obviously this new circuit. I don't know how much game time Finley's had, but he's invalidated, so we won't see what his first laps would be. But my guess Finley's strategy, I don't know what his strategy would be. I'm interested to see how far off the pace he is, because Howling's first race he was a good couple of seconds off. So I think that's the benchmark. 2 to 3 seconds off is probably where I'd imagine. I mean, I'd hope it'd be less, but I'm just trying to be as realistic as possible as VTR. 2 red sectors. He's got his title rival back. Unfortunately, Craig is long gone from any title chance. He can hope for a top 4 now. Division 2, that championship battles for that went right down to the last meter of circuit. So hopefully that can be the same for the 4th, 5th, and 6th position places. Maybe even P7 as well. Lots of invalidations, lots of improvements, lots of grey sectors, loads of different colours. Striking on the leaderboards on the left hand side. VTR into the final corner. Missing Apex, I don't know if that was that's his preferred line. The last corner is very strange. You can take so many different lines, and Finley unfortunately has gone down at turn 5. It looks like VTR goes to the top of the standings once more with a 140.1. And Mirza Heath around the final corner, taking a more conventional line that I would probably take. Obviously, I haven't done much of India since the opening days of the game, so I don't fully know. As Jack Berman is probably going to come. Oh, he's run out of fuel. Or he's setting up the lap. I do like his helmet though, nice and green and blue. It works well with his number as well. Number 6 for Yamanaka, I think. If I remember, Yamanaka is number 6. His favourite Moto3 rider. You can tell Finley's just struggling with the power. He applies the power, the bike lifts, and he has to get off the power again because he's not timing it right. But he's not last yet. I mean, that is down to the fact that 6 riders are yet to set a lap time. Nelson with a red sector 1. It is a very Ducati sector, the first sector. Hard braking, massively long straight to another hard braking to another long straight. So that's what I expect. The number 74. He's lost time in the second sector. Through the left-hander and flicking it over to the right. Get on the outside curve, spinning up the rear, causing a bit of a wheelie as well. Over the curb, and he's gone down. It all describes Nelson's fortune on this game. He hasn't taken a victory. He hasn't taken that. He's had a few podiums. He's had second places, but it's just that P1. It's gone away from him. He's just not been able to take it so far. As Hulikar is in the 3rd sector. Front end shaky. He should go into 6th place at worst, unless he's gone down and I haven't noticed on this lap. Schmoyes was on a lap, unfortunately invalidated. Everybody else has either run out laps or are just starting their laps now, as somebody's in the first, quite a number of people in the 1st sector, so hopefully we'll get a timing come up at some point. Really go across the line, and he goes into 3rd much better than he has been in the previous rounds. And is anybody in the 1st sector lit up? No. So Finley's in the 1st sector, Nelson's coming out. Schmoyes is already invalidated his next lap. Reps is starting a lap. Howling, I think, is starting a lap. Aaron is on the out laps. They're all on out laps, sorry. So, trying to figure out who's going to be the next person to be on the lap. I think it's going to be Reps. See where VTR is. Amir starting a lap. Craig is pulling off. VTR starting his next lap. Running quite wide on the exit of turn 1, but not being invalidated. Craig and Hulikar have invalidated their laps, so they're going to have to go again. Hulikar is probably boxing this lap anyway, so it doesn't really matter for him. Massive amounts of wheelie for VTR coming out the hairpin. Down the back straight. Probably over a kilometre long, I can't quite remember, but it wouldn't surprise me if so. Hard on the brakes. Going a bit sideways as you get to the apex. And he's invalidated. So Reps will be the next rider. He has won the last 3 Grand Prix. VTR did win the sprint at Mugello, but Motegi, Chang, and Mugello have all gone the way of the Repsol Honda rider. He'll be looking for a 4th straight victory. Took him a while to get used to the Honda, but since he won, he hasn't stopped. He's not gone running sector 1, so it's a personal best. Top 6 separated by just just under 9/10, which I'd say is very solid. He's reps invalidated again. Howling now will be on a lap right behind Aaron, and Aaron's not a bad rider to follow. I'll be looking to improve, but Howling's moving the slipstream now. Slipstream's definitely a big factor. It's a big factor in Division 2. Also, you've got this really long straight where you can gain a lot of time, especially in slipstream. But the braking is where the slipstream can cause a big problem, because you have to brake very, very early if you're in slipstream, because there's that much of a difference that you gain. It's very easy to run wise. I think Howling might just prove now. Yeah, it wasn't as tight as I would have expected him to be. Maybe that is his line now. Aaron's not improving. You'll be careful of the chicane, because the front end can wash and change the direction, and there you go. Head shake, down he goes. Happens to everybody. It's always at least one person who falls victim to it if you're not careful. Finley unfortunately invalidating again. Aaron not gaining time. Nelson red sector 1 again. So now Nelson's got sector 1 dialed in. Sector 2, however, and onwards is a bit of a tough task for him, it seems. Schmoyes now, he's coming round the penultimate corner and heading towards the final hairpin, which on the last lap, if it's very close, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody sends it up the inside and tries to take the win. As Craig is also on a flying lap and could potentially take pole position. So is Nelson. Schmoyes goes 7th. Here comes Craig coming up to the line now. What's he going to do? And he goes pole. Nelson, though, 3 red sectors. Can Nelson take pole position from his teammate? Around the final corner, he's taking a wide line. Here he goes, he's wheeling a lot. Up to the line. What can the former 2-time champion do? It is pole position of 39.8. Jack Berman now is he's on his lap. Oh, he's invalidated. Finley now is on his, hopefully his first lap. VTR improves and jumps back into second place, 2 tenths off. Been struggling quite a bit with wheelies, tipping it into the chicane. He's gone on the grass. He's in a massive head check. He saved it though. Fair play. His lap's invalidated. Lots of invalidations and crashes, but good on you, Finley, for staying on. As Schmoyes nearly went down as well. Aaron is now in the slipstream of Rolge down the straight. The past two division champions. Rolle's been a double champion in Division 2, winning season 9 and 10. And I think didn't quite get the best run out of turn 5. We'll be surprised if it's grey. It's an out lap anyway, so it doesn't even matter. You've got Hulikar. Is he on an out lap? He's on an actual lap. There's only 2 minutes left of this session. There we go. Personal best sector for the Mooney VL46 rider. VTR ran out of fuel, back to the box. He's going to get one final lap at this to try and take pole position. Nelson, pole position. I'm not sure if he's had a pole position. I can't remember the last time he had one. So Nelson, he's looking to turn it. He wants that 3rd title. He's hungry for that 3rd title. But it's escaped him in season 6, in season 9, and potentially this season as well. So it's something he's desperate for. But he's just got to let it happen. He can't force it. That's when he forces it, things go wrong, and that's when he loses his brain. And when he loses his brain, everything goes pear-shaped. The Berman brothers have gone down. They've crashed together. Classic. And I think that's their qualifying's over. To be honest, they are at the hairpin. They might just about get another lap if they've got enough fuel. And he comes through the car up to the line. Can he jump onto the front row? Yes, he can. He jumps to 2nd place. And he's going to have one more go at it. He's run wide onto the curb, and that is his session over. And now Rolls, who's he behind? He's behind Aaron Jacko. Down the back straight, following the Monster Energy Yamaha rider. Finley, improved value. He's improving sector 1. He's not validated it. He's crashed though, so it's not the greatest of laps. Reps still hasn't set a lap time. Howling still hasn't set a lap time, so... Finley's invalidated again. So Finley might you think he'll just about have one more lap left. As Rolls brakes hard. Nelson's gone down at turn 3. That's his session over. So he's going to be staring at the clock to see if he can hold on to pole position. He's got nobody around him, so he doesn't have to worry about how fast he rides, really. He can just ride nicely to the pit lane and just stare at the live timing board. as Howling's on a lap. Hopefully he can just cross the line and set a valid time. And it looks like Rolls has invalidated that, and that's his session over. Let's see, do the Berman brothers get a chance? Yes, they do. Oh, and Finley's outbroke himself into turn 1, and that is definitely his shot at a decent time gone. But Howling now, let's give him Howling. He's in the 3rd sector. Don't invalidate here, nice. And he's nearly avoided the curb. Again, this is a track that Howling's got to learn, and I can tell he's still hasn't figured this place out yet. These guys had this track in the past season, so they would have that little bit of advantage. Because Howling really struggled at Sokol in Kazakhstan, and he was really struggling there. Here comes Howling up to line. He'll go to at least 9th. There you go, 9th place. Reps, the last rider to set, the last full-time rider to set a lap time. Big moment on the front end into the Shell Oils on steroids hairpin bend. Jack's invalidated, so Jack is going to start in 10th place with a lap time of a 1:48.8. Not even that, 48.9. Reps into the penultimate corner. Can he jump onto the front row? He's my reckon probably be 2nd row. Doesn't look like he's done the greatest job to get onto the front row, but you never know. Up to the line. Nelson, I think, is going to hold on to pole position, but where does Reps go? He goes 5th. So Nelson takes the final pole position of the season at India. Hulikar returns his form in 2nd, VTR our champion in 3rd, just like the champion Division 2 did in the qualifying earlier. Craig in 4th, Reps in 5th, looking to take a 4th consecutive victory. Rolls in 6th, Amir Tahifa in 7th, our Division 2 champion Aaron in 8th, Schmoyes in 9th, Howling Siege in 10th, and the returning Berman brothers in 11th and 12th place. So just waiting on the final few riders to all ready up, and we can get going. Just VTR and Jack Berman left, and everybody's ready up. So that's very quick compared to normal. Usually it takes them a minute or two. You know, all it is just maybe a bit of a setup change and a change of tyres. But Nelson, front row, new helmet. I'm pretty sure that is. Could be wrong, but it looks pretty new to me. Bright yellow, and you got a very similar helmet for Aaron Jacko as well. But here we go, lights are on for the final time in Season 11. And we're off. And Reps getting a flying start, the Honda launching from 5th on the grid and takes the lead into turn 1 as he'll file through. And Craig's gone down. Oh, Rolls has gone down as well as he'll go through. And all Reps makes a bit of a mistake. The big head shake into the hairpin. And Nelson's going to try and undercut everybody. And Schmoyes is really wide, Aaron's wide. Oh, and Finley, and that's not Finley, that's Jack Bowman making contact. And Nelson takes the lead of the race from VTR. As VTR now gets into the slipstream, but Reps is also getting the slipstream. It's going to be 3 abreast heading towards the braking zone of turn 4. Onto the brakes they go. VTR takes the lead. No, he doesn't. Nelson holds it round outside on the brakes. It's 3 abreast through the corner. The Hulicar's completely gone straight on. That's going to be a sight we're going to get used to seeing. And these guys are still fighting for slipstream. Hard on the brakes into turn 5. Contact between Reps and Nelson. Nelson goes really wide. And Reps gets the better of the exchange. And VTR is out in front. Cleanly. Oh, and Nelson hits the back of Reps as well. They're really fighting for this. And now Reps has got the inside line for VTR. But he just can't quite get through. And Howling's now moved into 5th. Hulikar is 6th. Amir Tahifa 4th. Aaron Jacko 7th. Jack Bowman 8th. Schmoyes 9th. Finley 10th. Craig 11th. And Rolge rounding out the field in 12th, and Rolls looking to try and maybe pass Craig into the spoon-ish curve, but he can't do so. Now Hulikar comes inside of Howling, who barges his way through. And Howling fairly rejoins the circuit, and Craig's gone down again. And Craig's gone, just like that. His return has ended in disaster. Down at turn 1, down at, I can't remember, don't know what turn 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably. Don't quite know, but VTR, our champion, leads the way at the end of the first lap, 5/10 ahead of Nelson, the pole man in second, Reps in third. And Howling looking up the inside of Amir Tahifa and moves into 4th place. The Dutchman on the grid. Oh, hang on, who's that down? That was Aaron. Was that Aaron? I think Aaron went down or ran really wide. Oh, and Amir tried to hold him round outside of Howling, and that's not going to help him. And Howling barges him off, shrugs him off, forces him out wide onto the curb. And Howling maintains the position, but Amir's now going to the slipstream. And look in the background there, you've got Jack Bowman looking at the slipstream of Hulikar, pulled out to the right of the Colombian. Hard on the brakes they go, just about. Now look at Aaron Jack as well, trying to overtake Schmoyes. And Jack gets all crossed up. Aaron up the inside of Schmoyes, but he's going to run wide. Yeah, and Schmoyes is going to get the better. No, he's not. Aaron's held possession. Right, Aaron, please break nice and conservatively into here, for the love of God. And he has. Nicely done by Aaron. He's run a bit wide, but he's held position. So, back at the front, Nelson and VTR running a very similar pace. But VTR just, I think Nelson might have made a small mistake. Oh, Amir Tahifa's gone down. And always got spinning off as well. And Howling now is safe in 4th place. But Hulikar, who barged him out the way at this corner on the previous lap, is now free and does have great pace. So let's see what can transpire. Oh, Nelson's gone down at the penultimate corner. He's rejoined the circuit, and thankfully he's not rejoined in a dangerous manner. That could have easily gone horribly wrong, but Nelson's got quite lucky and he's rejoined quite fast, and he rejoins in 6th place just in front of Aaron. And that now promotes Hulikar and Jack Bowman to the top 5, and Howling could be on for his 2nd podium of the season, but he's been closed in by 7/10 in one sector by Hulikar. And now VTR has got a 1.8 second lead over Reps in 2nd place. And Aaron's gone down. Aaron's gone down at turn 1. Oh, he's rejoined in front of Amir as well and gone down again. Oh, absolute disaster. And now Finley ran wide. Oh, Nelson's gone down again at the hairpin. It's going so. Oh, and both fractured Ducatis have left before 3 laps could be even completed. What can you say? The 2 of them have such poor luck, and some by their own doing. Others just how it is. Just wrong place, wrong time, unfortunately, sometimes. And Howling Siege has been passed by Hulikar and is now under pressure from Jack Berman. The Hulikar moves into podium places. Howling Siege runs really wide through turn 5, but Jack Berman can't get through, and VTR's now extended the gap to 2.2 seconds. So VTR running a really hot pace right now. Nelson has left the party. That, if you can see at the top right, there'll probably be something like really blurred out. And Jack looking to try and pass the Goscinny Racing Ducati. These 2 have had battles before in previous seasons, I believe. Aprilia versus Ducati, and Jack's all over the back of Howling. Into the penultimate corner. Howling's done a great job though. He didn't qualify well at all, but he's got a good start. He hasn't crashed. Not got too many track limit warnings, and he's doing a fine job. And now, Roll just gone down to the final corner. And now Mia goes through, and I think Aaron might do as well. No, Aaron with his 2 crashes at once will not. So the two Division 2 champions down in 8th and 9th, not what they would have done. And Jack Berman takes 4th place from Howling at turn 2, but now Howling is going to get the slipstream. Oh, wait, oh. Wow. So, Jack's lag unfortunately just completely rear-ended Howling, and that is Howling out of the race as well. So, 3 Ducatis are gone within the space of 3 laps and 3 corners. Disastrous way for the Ducati riders to end their season. Just the VL46 riders and the Pramac riders remaining. Just a complete disaster, and hopefully those 3 can have much better luck next season. As Hulikar is now putting some pressure on Reps. I don't know where Hulicar's found this form from, but obviously he wants to be the top Mooney V46 Ducati. He wants to take 4th place in the championship, and he's doing the job that needs to be done so far to do it. So round the penultimate corner, heading towards the final corner. And I think Hooley's just going to wait for the long straight, blast past the Repsol Honda, take 2nd place, and try and hold on to position. I think VTR is he's 4.5 seconds up the road and increasing. Hooley's looking up the inside, but I think VTR's up. Oh my God, Hulicar hitting the back of Reps. He's gone down, and he's dropped down to 5th, so Hulicar's got all the work to do again. And now that promotes Schmoyes into 4th place, and on his return, Jack Berman is now into 3rd place, and he's actually closing in on Reps as well. So could we talked in the Division 2 race how Aprilia have not had any podiums this season. Could we be getting in Division 1? Could we possibly see an Aprilia 1-2? Could we see it? Jack, who's not raced since I think Kota. I'll just double check, but I think it's Kota. Yeah, since Kota, he took a 5th and a 4th. If he can take he's in the podium place. If he can take a 2nd place, that would be great. And I'm sure that'll be great motivation for him next season, because if Jack can practice, if all these guys can practice, and I'm pretty sure, and get the bikes they want, there's no reason why they can't challenge VTR. It's VTR now, so you got VTR, you'll have Nelson looking to become a 3-time champion. And Jack Berman is approaching 6 attempts. Reps cannot make this Honda work around the Bud International Circuit. He's done a great job. Past 3 rounds at Chang and Motegi and in Mugello. But VTR, he's for once had some decent luck at the start. He didn't spin. He was in the top 3. He took the lead, and since then he has cleared off. But he's got full warnings, so he needs to be careful. But he does have a 6-second lead, so even if he does get a track limit, even if he does get a long lap penalty, it's only 3 seconds because a long lap doesn't exist around this track at the moment. But I'm pretty sure, hopefully for the next game it will. But look at the background there. Schmoyes is being reeled in by the two Mooney 46 Ducatis. Down the back straight. Oh, Finley's gone down at turn 3. And Hulicar's just patiently waiting for the opportunity to strike. I don't think turn 5 is the option, but it could be if he can turn it underneath. And the front end just shaking with getting sucked into the slipstream. And Hulicar does have a long lap penalty as well, so Hulicar's really got to do some work if he wants to take any podium places. But VTR out in front, just really good pace, really not making too many mistakes. So it's exceeding track limits 4 times, but apart from that, probably the best performance from VTR we've seen in the long race since, I can't even think. It's been a while, probably Sokol maybe. Hulicar looking all around to try and pass the GP23 Ducati compared to with Huli on the GP22 is going to go around the outside of the Prima Private Racing bike, but he just can't quite do so. But he's in the slipstream now. This is where he went down previously. Jack Berman is now 2 tenths behind Reps. Watch out for the slipstream down the back straight. And Hulicar's trying to look again, but he just can't find a way through the long turn 2, and now into the hairpin of turn 3. And Jack Berman's attacked Reps into the hairpin, but he just can't quite get through. And now it's slipstream down the back straight. Side by side they go, and Jack Berman takes the 2nd position, but Reps is going to get a bit of slipstream as well. Still side by side, nothing between them. Hard on the brakes. Into turn 4, Reps, he's done a bit of a stop right round the outside. He's going to turn it. No, Jack's turned it tighter, and he's held position. Hulicar, I think, has passed Schmoyes, but he's ran wide. He's going to be on the curb. And Schmoyes is going to try and get the better exit. Reps can't fight back. Schmoyes is going to go around the outside of Hulicar, but Hulicar's going to win that every day. And Reps is now forced to concede the position to Jack Berman, and Jack is into 2nd place for an Aprilia 1-2. So Schmoy's now, he's been overtaken by one VL46 Ducati. I have a feeling that he'll be deja vu for him in a couple of laps' time. As Roger and Aaron fighting for 7th place. Not what they would have hoped. Both of them have had a podium pace actually for this class. Rolls taking the sprint win, Jerez podium and Mugello podium. Aaron, if you compare his race times compared to the Division 1, I'm pretty sure in a couple of races he would have probably taken a victory. Not victory, sorry. Actually, might have been able to take a victory if it's one of the races where it's just crashes everywhere. But definitely podium pace. So I think just a change to the Yamaha probably the reason for the poor performance, and probably still not fully over what happened in the Division 2 race, which I'm trying not to spoil, but definitely watch it because it's very entertaining. As Amir Tahifa is definitely going to overtake well, he was going to definitely overtake Schmoyes. I'm not sure about now because he had a really poor exit. And he's not in slipstream range, but Reps is overtaking Jack Berman, and Finley's gone down again. Jack's gone wide. Reps looking up the inside. He's managed to stay in slipstream range, and he retakes the Aprilia for 2nd place. So game on between these two. They've got 3 warnings each. Sergius, I have no idea who that is, but he's joined the session. VTR has picked up a long lap penalty, but I don't think he'd be too bothered about that. He's already 9.5 seconds up the road, which means he's 6.5 seconds up the road, but that was the same gap it was just a couple of laps ago. So VTR looking to try and win from one of the biggest gaps in VollGazz's history. It's the biggest plateau deck probably did in the past seasons. As Aaron is now closing in on Rolge. Schmoyes and Amir have not lost touch of Hulicar as Reps makes a mistake through a long left-hander. Jack's going to go up the inside into the penultimate corner onto the brakes, and the Aprilia's gone through, but Reps is going to turn it underneath the RSGP onto the gas, but Jack's going to hold out as they go towards the hairpin, and Jack takes back 2nd place, sponsored by Fresh and Lean, it looks like, from his helmet. But Reps, look at him in the slipstream. Jack weaving about everywhere, bit dangerous. Reps going round the outside, but Jack holds on. Onto the brakes, into the hairpin. And now onto the gas, down the back straight. Oh, and Amir's gone down the hairpin, so that eases the pressure of Schmoyes, isn't it? Where's Reps going to go? He's going to go to the right-hand side, and he blasts past the Aprilia with the Honda power. Jack's going to brake later. It looked like anyway, but now he's going to try setting up the exit for turn 5. And look at that, he's just no. Reps has got the better of him, so Jack's going to have to try again. As Hulicar is being chased down by Schmoyes here, and Schmoyes is holding on. And roll Aaron's round wide at turn 5. Can't say Enterprise, unfortunately. But Jack trying to find a way back past the RC 213V. Running the curb nicely into the fast right kink. I know, into the long radius right-hander. Not the longest radius though, also that goes to the Shell Oils on steroids corner. And into the final corner, right, so Jack this time will be in the slipstream range. Set up turn 1, 2 and 3, fire it out, get a good run in the slipstream, pull alongside, outbrake him, get it done. Try and pull the gap on that following lap. So into turn 1. Raps has got enough gap here, I think, to actually hold off the slipstream. If we can just do the hairpin nicely. I think Reps is safe. We'll see though as he goes down the straight. Tucks in the slipstream. The gap, it's staying stable. Reps is out of slipstream range. So Reps survives for 1 lap. And Hulicar's managed to shake off Schmoyes as well. He did. Hulicar went straight on. He's gone down. Big mistake from the Colombian. And I had to take avoiding action as well from Hulicar spawning in the middle of the track. Now that promotes Rolge into 6th place, and he's all over the back of Amir Tahifa as well for 5th. This race just keeps on giving. Can Aaron find a way past Hulicar, or will he? Because Hulicar's definitely got pace for the podium, so we could potentially drag him up to Rolge and Amir, but I think time's not on their side, to be honest. And Jack is just losing touch of Reps now. He's going to have to take a mistake from Reps, I think, for Jack to get back in slipstream range, or Jack to pull off a really good lap 11. As the bike's just starting to move about, as the tyres are wearing off. As Vito's already started the penultimate lap of the race. These guys head towards turn 1. And Reps is just... The tyres are holding out better than the Aprilia. Gap's 0.8 of a second, and it's just growing ever so slightly. But for Jack to get on the podium, first double... Oh, Finley's come down again. Double Aprilia podium as of now. Great result. Unfortunately, I think all the gaps are starting to spread out. Hulicar actually is gaining. Sorry, Hulicar is gaining on Rolge. So can Hulicar do anything on these final 1.5 laps and bring home victory? VTR just bringing the bike home. I think the gap has shrunk from 11 seconds to 10.5. But I think Reps is good at saving his tyres, or at least the Honda is compared to Aprilia anyway. And Finley's gone down again at turn 3. I'll be intrigued to see what Finley's lap times are for the laps where he hasn't crashed, because I wanted to see where he's starting from, and I'm pretty sure but he's got a good couple to few weeks of practice, so hopefully he can use that time to gel the game, understand how to ride the bike, and hopefully be competitive next season. There's a different way of riding compared to last season, but the final lap has begun. VTR leads. He's led every single lap. He hasn't led every single corner though, but more or less perfect. Oh, Reps has picked up a long lap penalty, so that does mean that if Jack can just stay on for this final lap, he will take second place, and then Aprilia 1-2. What a return! At least one of the returnees has done well. Oh, Aaron's gone down on the final lap at turn 1. Just a kick in the teeth to what's been a disastrous day for him in India. You'll be hoping that this track does not return for the final season, which I don't expect it to, considering it's been on the season calendar twice on this game. Look at Rolls going all the way to the right, and he'll move all the way to the left to try and stop Hulicar gaining an advantage in the slipstream, which has worked hard on the brakes into the braking zone. And Hulicar's braking ever so late, really wide, he's missed the corner, and that might be his challenge over. Or not, because he's managed to gain an advantage from doing that, actually. Hard on the brakes. Reps has gone down. I do not believe it. Reps has gone down. And how close is Schmoyes? He's not close enough, I don't think. No, so Reps is going to hold on only just. But one man who's done an absolutely perfect job, apart from a long lap penalty, is VTR, our reigning champion. He heads towards the final corner, onto the brakes. He rounds the hairpin, and he finishes out season 11 as champion, and does it in absolutely dominating style. VTR takes the victory. Jack Berman on his return. Division 2 couldn't have a single Aprilia on the podium. Aprilia in their final race. Another third time they've been a team. Jack Berman takes second place and completes the Aprilia 1-2. Reps takes home third. Schmoyes will be fourth. Amir's fifth. Rolls holds on to sixth. With Hulicar, Aaron and Finley rounding out the field. With Howling, Craig, Nelson and Craig rounding out the field as well. Great gold black screen. Probably because somebody's left us to press the button. I think it probably was Aaron because he left the party. Yep. So, VTR takes victory in the final race of the season. Jack Berman takes second, Reps just about holds on to third, Schmoy's fourth, Amir fifth, Road sixth, Fulicos seventh, Aaron eighth, Finley ninth, Howling will take 10th, Nelson will be 11th, and Craig rounds out the field in 12th. So what a final day of season 11, and we will start the interviews with one of our returnees in Jack Berman. So Jack, you've not been here since Kota, but you've returned, and you've brought home your best result of the season. Aprilia 1-2. What's it like to round out the season like this?
Well, it's been an interesting season. I've only done my third race, but today was the first time I've been on the game since the end of November. So, and I've done a couple laps earlier with Finley because we only decided this morning that we were going to race tonight, so I'm told VTR. And I was already not on pace, but I wasn't too far off. But unfortunately in qualifying I couldn't get in a good lap in as well. But in the race I just stayed out of trouble on the first lap, watched the people fall off in front of me and managed to stay on. Then I had a good battle with Reps as well. But I was quicker than him. But then I think he was in power one, because when I had to go power one on the straights and on the exit corners, he was getting quite a lot, no matter what line I took. But yeah, it's good to be back. Second place. Not really much more I can ask for apart from obviously beating VTR, but that's that'll be a hard task to do. But maybe next season if we return. But unlucky for everyone else. Good job for Finley for coming back as well and giving it a go. But yeah, it's been a good race.
Yeah, so well done on your return. And now we go to the race victor, VTR, dominating fashion. Just obviously not lights the flag, but when you took the lead out the exit of turn 5, you held it, you pulled away. You did pick up a long lap penalty, but 6/10 over the field. It must be nice to take a win in the feature race, which hasn't been done for quite a while.
Consistency was just found this race, which is amazing. I was really scared of Nelson at the start of the race, I'm not going to lie. His pace was the same as mine, so sadly he crashed, and then he crashed again, and it's kind of race done. So unfortunately for him, he was a threat to me today, but sadly things didn't go his way. I can't believe I did not expect going into today. When I woke up this morning, I did not expect for us to get an Aprilia 1-2. I didn't even think I was going to even have a teammate, and we ended up with a 1-2. So it's a perfect way to end the season. Really, I'm really happy with what's happened. I got a straight long lap. You can't see it on the stream, but across the chicane I got a straight 3-second penalty. Even though it probably maybe shouldn't have even been a warning, because I must have let off and lost at least a second, and it still gave me a 3-second penalty. So I got an extra one for that. But yeah, the first one was just track limits. Not easy to stay on the track around there, but yeah. Apart from that, it was a perfect race. Happy with my championship contenders as well. They've put up a good fight, especially Reps. The last 3 races he managed to beat me, so congratulations to him. But yeah, managed to end on a win, which is good. And on track, I won by 12 seconds. And ironically, when I last won the championship, I won the final race by 12 seconds too. So I've won both the last races in dominant fashion.
Yeah, so well done, great job. So now you, Nelson, I think are going to be the ones 2-time champions looking for the 3rd crown. Don't know at the moment what the full grid will be, but hopefully these guys can make the small gains depending on what bikes they're on, what bike you're on, and hopefully we can have a good scrap for the championship, and hopefully we don't have bad luck that some of the guys had today.
Yep.
So that's been it for the final round of season 11. We'll be back for season 12 in a few weeks' time. Don't know where, don't know who, don't know anything. We'll leave that to be a surprise when the day comes. And yeah, we'll see you then. Goodbye.